Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Few days back, actually, I created one video related to Microsoft Viva and how it can be used within your SharePoint Intranet as an Viva connection. So today's video is a extension to that. I'll be guiding you how you can create the custom card designs. So in my prior video, I explained you how you can use the existing apps within Microsoft Viva dashboards and have that dashboard placed on your intranet side. So now I'll be taking one example of creating a custom card design. So one with just normal JSON and data JSON, and the other one I would be creating via SPfx adaptive cards. So that is today's topic. So I'll just put up the link into description so that you can see what I explained under this my earlier video, and then you can start following me for my today's video. Alright, so you can see I placed this dashboard, which is a Viva dashboard, in my SharePoint intranet. And how I placed it, actually, if I make this SharePoint intranet as a root side, so it started giving me this set of Viva connections options, and when you click on it, it will give you a pop-up which can redirect you to the Viva dashboard. So once you click on the dashboard, you can see what cards you are having on the dashboard. So this card, assign task, web link, approval, so these are out of the box cards. So if I just click on it, you see as it's assigned task. So if I go and add a card, so these are frequently used app. So last time I just showcased you how you can just use what is being given by default with this Viva dashboard. And today we are going to work with card designer. So this card designer actually gives a way of creating a custom looking card with template JSON and the data JSON. So if you click on this edit icon, it will give you these three layouts, which is saying heading. This will just show the title of the card and the heading. This image would enable you to have one custom image placed on this card. It's an image card. So you see this custom image you can replace from over here. And the third option is description. So this description card is giving you one more line, couple of lines to provide the description. And you can set up the card sizes from here, medium and large. So medium is by default this card with this size, and if you click on large, it will extend the card to occupy the full width of this design. So based on your requirement, you can set up this card sizes. And if we scroll down, we have this changing the icon. So you can change the icon. You can pick a new icon for your card. If it's, let's say it's a holiday, so you can select holiday icon, beach icon, putting up a text. So for example, this card I'm making as a holiday timeline card for my company. So where a person, all the employees would able to see the upcoming holidays. So you can set up this holiday card, and description you can remove, or it's your choice, if you want to keep it. And this is a card action. If you just want to land on a custom page, then you can just attach that to one custom link or any other external link. And if you wish to if you wish to that this thing should be opening up one quick view, then you just set that on selection as quick view, and you can disable the primary buttons if you just want to keep that image, the holiday image and timeline, or the header over there, but on clicking it should open a pop-up. So you can set that up. Now if we come, these are main part, where if you are designing your custom card, then you have to paste your custom JSON over here, and the data JSON which should be binded up with this custom JSON. So by default you must be seeing that if we are going to call any variable or the data element from this data JSON, then we are doing that via dollar and then parenthesis URL, the variable name, and this parenthesis closed. So this is how we are calling it. So if I just keep it as is, let's say the default one, and saving it, republishing it, So this is my card. I'm clicking on it. It's giving me quick view card. So quick view card, like we were having template JSON to open this view, and the data was binded by this data JSON. So now I'll be changing that to with one custom template JSON, which I am already using for my this custom SPfx adaptive card. So I'll be showcasing you this piece in a while. So before that, like, I'm just copying this custom JSON. So what this custom JSON has is having containers. So whenever you design your adaptive card, you can use the help of quick view designers. So if you just Google out design adaptive cards, then you will get a adaptive card designer where you can see like whatever you are being created, that whatever the changes is being reflected, you can simply keep on seeing, and you can also like bind a sample data to it, so you can have a full look and feel on the card. So you see there's a custom card directly opened up, and this is the actually template JSON. So whatever changes you are making, for example, this size is medium. If you want to make that large, then it will directly get responsive to this thing. So whatever changes you are making, you can just design your cards using this. These are the elements. So container set would be the actually container for the entire your card, and then inside that you can put up the column set. For example, you wish to have this card to be divided into two parts, and one is showing some data, or another piece column set should be showing related image. Then you can have the column set and the individual columns. So this way you can design. So I will not be taking you to the design, because you can play and create your cards over here. So the only thing is like the components. You need to understand the components. So the type is content container, then column set, and inside that column set we can have columns, and columns can be binded up with the actual type. For example, this image, and for example this text box. These are the actual input controls. So that's how you can design your cards, and once it's designed, you can just copy it and go to your dashboard and paste it. And once you paste it and save this and republish it, and once you click on it, okay, so this error we are getting. And why? Because the adaptive card designer is actually designing the card with the latest version of adaptive cards. SharePoint only supports till 1.3 version, so you need to go back and then modify this. Go to your JSON, find that version. It must be at bottom, replacing it, saving it, republishing it. And now if I click on it, it has started giving me that tile. So you see, because I have not placed any data JSON sample data, so it's still showing that as title. It's a variable, and this is also variable. And set due, and these are the action buttons. So you can also set up this data JSON so that it can start taking the data JSON from sample. So I can just take this data JSON from a sample file and have that place into data JSON, and when I close it, republish it, it will start giving me that card with the data. So this is how the custom card is being built. But I know the next question is, but I am a SharePoint developer. I would like to have this card binded to my SharePoint list so that I can manage the dynamic data rather than creating custom card with template and then showing the cards. Yeah, sure, we can do that. So I'll just showcase that to you. I'm just going to my intranet site first so that I can show you how the cards is being looked like. So over here my card is not being displayed, and the reason is I need to add it and change my cards number so that it can show all the cards. and republish it. So I have my this just built custom card over here. So you can see like it took the design of this primary background and you can simply close it. So it's still looking pretty awesome. Now we are jumping to create a new card using SPfx. And with the SPfx development, when I say like SharePoint framework development, so for that, we have to go to our command prompt and start building a new folder. Let's say holiday timeline. So for the upcoming holiday, and I'll just move to this folder, and like if you are having already installed Node.js and everything is in place, the environment you are already building the SPfx part, there is no issues or no worries, you can directly start building. But only one thing to be taken care is like your Node version should be running beyond version 12, so that it can give you an option of adaptive cards with the U generator. So I'm saying Microsoft SharePoint, so it will run this U generator for scaffolding. And now you see like it's giving me solution. I'm just saying holiday timeline, and I'll be choosing SharePoint Online latest. I want that to be explicitly installed, so that's why I'm saying no. And now you see like this Node version, because I'm running a Node version of beyond 14, so it's giving me that adaptive card options extension. So if when you click on adaptive card extension, it will give you an option to choose from basic card, image card, and primary text template. So this basic card, it would just giving you that header and title. Image card would be giving you that title with title and as well as image. So for our example, I'll be just choosing the basic card because I don't wish to have that image. So I'm just choosing that, and I'm saying holiday timeline, web part name, and description I'm just leaving as is. So it will just provision. So I'm just pausing over here. So my solution is ready. So by default, so if you are already developing your SPfx web parts or application customizers, then this will not be difficult for you to understand. So by default, it actually provision few TS files, classes. So you see like I'm just at the holiday timeline property pane. So this is same as whatever property configuration we used to have in web part. So there's a card web part properties, nothing new over there. In this holiday timeline extension, so if you see, this is the web part which is actually extending the base adaptive card extension and passing up the properties over here. And this is the external property or the state we will be using to bind that to our custom interface that we are going to use for state management. So if I'll just scroll up, this interface, the iList item interface, I have written already. So this it has these 4 members, and this state we are going to pass it on to this our adaptive custom extension state. So this would be actually contain the list of holidays, and which we are going to fetch from our SharePoint list. So is normal, I'm just building one object, and that object array will be used into the state, and on init we'll be just initializing this state, as in like with the React concept, as you know. So we have just initialized our state over here on init, and after that we'll be calling our this holiday list, so which is a SharePoint list. I'll just show you. So this is the holiday list, which is having title, holiday image, holiday date, and description. So this list we are going to call from our code, and I have written this fetch request items method. If I go over there, you can see I have just set up this because I am using SPPNP.js. So if I scroll up, I am using this import SPPNP.js, and I'm using SP class from there, and in my fetch request I'm just initializing that base URL for that SharePoint SP object, and after that I'm just calling this list name, which is being passed as a parameter for this fetch request items. So based on like whatever I would like to order by that by modified, and you can also like order that by the holiday date based on whatever data you want to get, or the sorting whatever you want to get. So once this request is success, then I am just pushing the item details. For example, this holiday title would be binded up with the item title. So it's a map because we are getting multiple items. So we are mapping that object holiday list and creating this array so that this array can be in turn set to that state. So you know, like we are setting in React, we are setting state with the set state. So in this function itself, we are setting up whatever the array we are building over here in the success of this call. So this is pretty simple. So if you are already working with list in SPfx web parts, then this sounds very familiar to you. So you can use PNP.js or SPHTTP utility or even PNP libraries, typing libraries. So whatever you wish to, you can just simply use. It's just like the intention is just to map this holiday list. And why we are actually creating this holiday list and setting up this state over here, because we are going to use this state under our quick view card. So now I'll be showing you our quick view card. So this is quick view folder which gets automatically provisioned, and there is one quick view TS file. So if you open the TS file, you will find it. There are two things. One method is get template and another is get data. So is get template is actually it's that file, template JSON file, which actually I just showcased that to you, that this is the same file which you are going to create with the adaptive card design. So if I just scroll down, I am having one container over here, and beneath that we'll be having just text blocks to showing that the text, like these are the 2022 leaves, the holidays, and beneath that we'll be having one container, and that container I am binding with the data. So this holiday list is the array which we were binding, which we were setting in our adaptive card extension TS over here. So this is the key. Here we are binding, and beneath that we'll be just having one items, and under that items container, so these items would be binded up with this dynamic data. If I scroll down, you will see like this item column would be having this text block, and the title would be title. So this is a holiday title, and if I scroll down, this is a holiday description title. In the same way, I am having one image which is binded up with the URL of that image. So it's pretty simple template JSON I have written over here, and I'm just going back to our this quick view TS, and in this get data function or the method, we are actually just returning, we are setting up this holiday state, and the holiday state we are setting up from this state object, the state which we used to set in our extension. So this variable, which is actually defined as an interface variable over here with a list item array, so will be in turn used in our this JSON to bind up the data over here. So quick view TS is pretty simple. Only you need to take care about these two methods, get data and get template. Template is by default is there with the predefined path of your JSON file. So you need not to do anything. This thing you need to just return the actual array object, which should be having the data for your this object. Now we are going to card view TS. Just showcase you like how card view TS looks like. So card view TS by default in the card view it extend the basic card view, because initially we selected, while provisioning we selected basic card view only, and in that card view it returns title as an title of the quick view button, and the parameters action is like because we'll be having one button quick view, and on click of that quick view, so we are passing this quick view registry ID. So these this everything is by default written, like whenever this solution get provision. So if you go over there, you'll find this is a string, nothing but a string, quick view register ID, so that it can bind the card view and the quick view in one piece. And if I scroll down again, it's having one data method, and that data method actually defines like whatever you want to see on that as a basic primary text on the card. So if I go to my dashboard, so this is basic primary text, like whatever you see over here. So you can, in my thing, like I have actually written that this state.holiday list length is greater than 0, then it should just say holidays remaining year. For example, if I am querying my list, all the holidays which are greater than, whose holiday date is greater than today's, then I'll be returning 3 items. Then I'll be saying 3 holidays are remaining this year. And if there is nothing, then I'll just say no item exists, like that. So there is nothing much in the card view TS. Everything is in the card, this quick view only. So we have done whatever we require to done. So just one thing to remember, create your state interface over here and have that state interface bind it up with the state should be set within the fetch request item where you are actually fetching the SharePoint list items. So that's it. So when you do a gulp serve, or if you actually wish to test it, you can simply test that within your workbench. And I have already deployed this web part to my my site, and this is the web part holiday timeline. If you see, like it's saying 3 holidays remaining this year because I have these 3 items in my disk list. And if I click on quick view, it will open up that card. So it's saying 2022 holidays remaining this year. The first is Holy, Christmas, Thanksgiving, with these images. So though like it's still required to be groomed up, this card, but still looking nice. And if I just go back to my intranet and have this dash part viewed from there, then this is the web part holiday timeline. If I just do a quick view, it opens up my card over there. And as I said, it took the styling from this base card, the base designing. So you still can change the styling. You can still change the background of these sections. Now it's looking better. Now it's giving me that because the background is white and my font color is also white, so it's sort of hidden, but we can change that, give it a better background so that my font or the font styling can be changed, the template design as well, the coloring and styling. So the idea is we can create the custom cards under our Viva dashboard and have them placed. So it's not just like Viva dashboard, you can just have that card placed anywhere on your SharePoint page as well. So it will just look like one web part only, but the view would be a card view, and you can also have an enlarged view if you wish to have a better space for that card. So I hope like you got that context how you can create your custom card and have that binded with your SharePoint list so that the cards can be dynamic instead of just showing some static data. Because of the time crunch, actually we did not write each and every line of code, but if you still wish to have this sample code available to you, you can contact me. I'll just share that code to you. So that's it for today. If you like the video, please do subscribe and like my channel. Thank you.